And welcome back. Well, don't you hate it when your doctor tells you a whole bunch of important information, but you can't remember it all?
There's no way.
All the time.
Yeah, you can't take in all that stuff, especially if you're
nugget.
not feeling well, right? Well, now there's a new initiative to help you remember what was diagnosed during your visit and give you more control of your own health care. Dr. Mark Hornifer is here from Columbia St. Mary's, along with one of his patients, Diane Schweitzer, to talk about open notes, which I think is a great concept. Welcome to both of you.
Thanks
for being here. So what are open notes?
Great question. You know, there seems to be so much healthcare controversy and chaos right now. We get to come here and talk about something that everybody thinks is a good idea, so that's a good thing. Open notes is a newer concept, and the idea is that patients have access online anytime to see the notes that their doctors wrote about them. So every time you go to the doctor, your doctor creates a summary on the computer, and it talks about what your concerns were and what the physical examination showed, what the impression is of what's going on, and what the plan is going forward. So this becomes a real valuable document. It sort of sums up everything important all in one place. When I'm seeing a patient, the first thing I do, I open up the chart, I look at my last note to remind myself all these details, and now patients have access to this as well.
Beside the obvious of, like we mentioned, you know, sometimes you're just not feeling well, are there other important reasons why you think it's necessary or important to share these with patients?
I think it's you know, the more you know about your own health care, the better. And so, I mean, we've been really positive about this. We sort of took this initiative on based on a pilot study that was done out of Harvard, and 20,000 patients were invited to look at their notes, and they loved it. You know, they felt like they were in more control of their care. They felt like they remembered details better. They felt more prepared for their next visit. At the end of that study, 99% of people wanted to keep going with this access. So it was hugely popular.
Yeah, and you can see why. I think people, a lot of times, they can only take in so much information during an office visit. A lot of times they're thinking about other questions they have, perhaps. And it's different, right? I mean, the information that you would gain from this is different from other patient portals.
That's true. I mean, and there's been a little confusion on that. Just about every health system in town has a portal. So on all of them, you can now see your medication list and your diagnosis list. Many times you can email your doctor or see discharge instructions. So those are all a step forward. I mean, this is helping in transparency and communication. Open Notes is the next step, and where you can actually see the narrative of what your doctor's writing. So to draw an analogy, with most portals, it's sort of like being able to read the table of contents of your healthcare book.
Right.
With Open Notes, you're reading the chapters.
I see. I like that.
That's a really good analogy. And how about for you, Diane? How do you feel? Because you're a patient of the doctor's, and you've experienced open notes for yourself.
Yes, and I do think that what you've brought up is that makes you part of the whole. You understand it more, and if you think, oh gee, what did he say? I'm not certain, and you can go home and you can access this, and it's like having another little mini doctor visit.
Yeah,
and you don't pay any copay.
Exactly.
And the service is free, by the way. The whole thing is free, and so that's nice.
And do you feel like it helps you feel more a part of your own healthcare, that it's empowering somehow?
Yes, exactly. And I think that that's where healthcare is going today. You have to take charge of your own health. And this is part of it. You can, you can go to it, and 2 or 3 months down the line, you can access it again and say, okay, that's what he said. That's what he meant.
Yeah, or even if the doctor says, hey, I'd like to do a follow-up in 6 months from now.
Yeah.
It's not something that you maybe schedule that same day, but if you go back and look at those notes, you can say, oh, I need to go back for another test or for a blood test or something like that. Yeah.
I think that's great.
Well put,
Do you censor then? You know, like you don't write anything too specific about the patient, or are you truly, you know, transparent in what you're writing?
We're transparent. We've always, you know, there's definitely some sensitive subjects that come up, weight and alcohol and mental health issues that come up. And boy, we doctors should be sensitive in how we talk about them, but they're important things to talk about. And yeah, we should be sensitive in how we document them too. And I read a lot of notes, and I think we're pretty good about this. You know, so.
Are you aware of other health systems also offering similar open notes?
It's a good question. When the pilot study was done at Harvard, it was really well received. In fact, Consumer Reports just came out this month, and they rated this one of the 7 best health news events of the year. So it's been adopted by Mayo Clinic and the Cleveland Clinic, and the VA health system is doing this as well. but then we're the first Wisconsin-based
And
health
Columbia
system to do
St.
it.
Mary's.
That's wonderful.
It's fun to be part of it.
Yeah.
We're excited about
How
it.
do you find your open notes, Diane? What do you do?
Well, you develop. Well, you helped me get through it initially. You develop what do you want to say? A website, and to get in there, and then you have a password, totally private. But once you're in, it's like Facebook or something.
Okay, yeah.
You know, you get in there like Facebook, and then that's it. It's
so you
easy.
sign on.
Yeah.
So when you come to see your doctor at Columbia St. Mary's, you're offered a chance to get on the portal, and you need to show your driver's license. So as you said, the privacy is a very important thing. You get a secure password, and then it's your information. So you can keep it private, but you can also share it. And one of these great things about this is many folks I take care of have some memory trouble, and they come home from the doctor visit, and the spouse says, "How was your visit?" And they say, "Oh, fine," and that's it. And so now they can get on together, or a loved one, daughter, a friend can look, who's someone who's helping coordinate their care. They can review this together, and it helps a great deal.
It's wonderful.
It's a great service.
I'm going to give people information. I think they're going to want to know more about this. For more information on Open Notes, you can log on to the website you see there. It's columbia-stmarys.org/open notes. Or to find a Columbia St. Mary's physician in your area, you can also call the phone number on your screen. It's 414-332-DOCS. Nice to have both of you here.
Thanks, you
Thank you so
guys.
much.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.